Hope you have already watched the live of yesterday. Yesterday the lesson was awesome. I hope you enjoyed the lesson of yesterday, and it was important also to understand the lesson of today. So, if you missed the lesson of yesterday, I recommend you to watch. Okay, I think we have waited enough. We have waited more or less 5 minutes for other people to access to the live. So let's start with our second lesson here on our YouTube channel, Speak Italian with Simona. This lesson is also focused on sentence construction. So, like yesterday, we will build from simple expressions, we will build sentences in Italian. So, again, we will see how to accelerate your progress in order to be able to express yourself, to communicate in Italian correctly and effectively. So, first of all, we need to resume to summarize what we did yesterday in our first lesson. In our first lesson, we have seen how descriptions can help us to start building sentences in Italian. It is a simple and smart way that can help you to start this process of building sentences, because sometimes when we learn a language we have many words in our mind, many knowledge, lots of knowledge about grammar, but we feel like confused about all this information in our mind, and we are not able to put order in this information to build like a speech, a sentence that have at least a bit of sense. So yesterday we have seen the method of description that can help us to build sentences in Italian with a very basic knowledge of grammar. With basic knowledge, I mean articles, verbs, adjectives, and vocabulary. You don't need anything else. You don't need to learn difficult construction or an advanced grammar to build sentences. You just need to learn articles, verbs, some verbs, not all the verbs, and you just need to know the present tense of these verbs. Then adjectives. With adjectives, you can learn masculine and feminine in Italian because we have two gender in Italian. And vocabulary. So all this basic knowledge can help you to build sentences in Italian with an effective exercise, that is description. So yesterday you put everything into practice describing three objects. I chose a book, a bag, and a teacher. So we have seen how to describe these objects, but these three objects. But the expressions that we have learned yesterday can be used also with other kind of objects. Yesterday I chose these three objects because they are very common. Everyone of us has a book, a bag, and a t-shirt. So if you want, you can use the same object. You can take the expressions of you have learned yesterday. You can take the objects, these three objects that you have at home, and you can practice with descriptions. So again, why description are useful? Because with description, with one simple exercise, we can learn, we can practice at the same time sentence order, verbs conjugation, articles, masculine and feminine, adjectives, and vocabulary. So this is why I always use description to help my students to start building sentences in Italian, because you can practice with just one exercise all these topics, basic grammar and vocabulary. You don't need to find a way that can make you learn Italian faster. You have to find a way to learn Italian smarter. So in a smart way, not in a fast way. Anything can be learned fast. So yesterday we described objects. Today we describe people. We will describe people. We will see again three pictures of different persons, and we will see how to describe them. So today, about description, today we will focus on three aspects. Physical aspects. We will focus on the face. The face in Italian is il viso. Actually, we have three words to say face in Italian. One of them is il viso. The other two are la faccia, more similar to English, and il volto. Il viso is like the most elegant way to refer to the face, and it is used, for example, in commercial about cream for the skin, for example. So let's take two adjectives to define il viso. Il viso can be lungo, so long, or tondo, that means rounded. Then the second aspect we will focus on are the eyes. Okay? The eyes in Italian is gli occhi. Gli is a plural, the plural article of the masculine article lo. The plural form is gli. And occhi is the plural form of occhio. Let's see some adjectives to define the eyes. The eyes can be piccoli, small, grandi, big, castani, brown. About castani, we have the word marrone to say brown, but when we talk about the eyes and also the hair, we prefer to use the word castani. Then we have the adjective azzurri, that means blue, verdi, that means green. All these adjectives are put in the plural form because we are talking about occhi, so two. The third aspect we will see today is I capelli, the hair. Also, I capelli in Italian are plural. The singular form is il capello. The plural form masculine is I capelli. Let's see, if for capelli we have more adjectives. We have lunghi, that means long, corti, short, lisci, straight, mossi, wavy, and ricci, curly. So all these adjectives define the shape of the hair. Then we have the adjective calvo. Calvo means bald, so no hair. I find it necessary to put also this adjective. Let's see the colors. Neri, black, castani, brown, so again castani, biondi, blonde, and rossi, red. Of course, here I put just the common colors of hair. I know that nowadays you can have also blue hair or green hair, but let's make things simple. Let's take just the basic color, the natural color of the hair. So I didn't put also all the colors here because we can say also white and gray, and we will see later. Again, in Italian, I capelli is plural. In English, pay attention, it's singular. Okay, like yesterday, we will choose three pictures in this case. So, three different persons. We have a woman, a young girl, we have an old man, and we have a young man. We will start from the young woman. Like yesterday with the objects, we will follow the same structure. So first of all, we will see some basic expressions you can use to start a sentence in Italian. Then we will complete these expressions with some adjectives, with some information, and we will build a complete description. Let's see how to describe this girl. The first expression is lei ha, so she has. I capelli sono. Here we use the verb to be. So the hair is. Il viso è. The face is. So we have the first part of our sentences. Now, let's see 3 adjectives to define also the personality of this young woman. Of course, I invented because I don't know this girl, but let's see let's see 3 adjectives. Solare, cheerful, gentile, kind, educata, polite. So we can describe a physical aspect of this girl, that is the face, the hair, and also 3 adjectives of her personality. Let's see how to complete these expressions. Lei ha gli occhi castani, brown eyes. I capelli sono rossi, red. Il viso è un po' lungo, so a bit long. Lei è solare, gentile e educata. Pay attention about the adjective educata. Educata is a false friend in English because it doesn't mean, it doesn't have nothing to do with education like academic education. Educata in Italian means polite. So she is polite. Let's see now our description, our complete description of this girl. Questa ragazza, so we start the description with questa, that means this. So this girl, this woman, questa ragazza ha gli occhi castani. I capelli sono rossi e il viso è un po' lungo. Lei è solare, gentile e educata. So, if someone asks you to describe, for example, a woman that you know, can be your sister, your mother, a friend, your wife, your girlfriend, you can use these simple ways to describe her. The simple expressions to start your sentence, you put some adjectives and then 3 adjectives about her personality. So, as you can see, describing a person is not so difficult. You just need to find a smart way to do it. Let's see now the second person, a man. Okay, this man is older and his hair are gray. So let's see. Again, expressions. Lui ha, he has. I capelli sono, the hair is. Il viso è, the face is. And then we have 3 adjectives to describe this man. Also, in this case, I invented. Generoso, so it means generous. In this case, the adjective is very similar to English. Introverso, it means introverted. And pigro, pigro means lazy. We have our expression to build our sentences. Let's see how to complete them with the adjectives. Lui ha gli occhi azzurri, blue eyes. I capelli sono grigi, gray hair. So grigio means gray. In this case, we have the adjectives in the plural form. Il viso è tondo, rounded. Lui è generoso, introverso e pigro. So let's see how to put all together this information to build a description. Questo uomo, so also in this case we start with questo, that means this. Questo uomo ha gli occhi azzurri, i capelli sono grigi e il viso è tondo. Lui è generoso, introverso e pigro. Again, from simple expressions, we have built a description of a person. Let's see now our third person, a boy. Again, let's see the expressions useful to start our description. Lui ha, he has. I capelli sono, the hair is, il viso è, the face is, and then let's see 3 adjectives to describe this guy. Timido, shy, simpatico, funny, attivo, active. Okay, let's complete these expressions with other information. Lui ha gli occhi castani, brown eyes. I capelli sono neri, black. Il viso è lungo, long. Lui è timido, simpatico e attivo. Now, let's take all these small sentences all together and let's build our description. Questo ragazzo ha gli occhi castani. I capelli sono neri. Il viso è lungo. Lui è timido, simpatico e attivo. So again, with simple expressions, with simple sentences, we have built the description of a boy, of a young man. I insist a lot with description of a person with my students because sometimes it can be useful for you to be able to describe a person. I always tell about the story of one of my students. One of my students some years ago was on holiday in Italy, in a big city, and he was walking during the night alone. And unfortunately, he was surrounded by a group of people that has stolen his wallet, his phone, and he was not able to ask for help to anyone because there was no one around him. And the following day, he needed to go back to his country. So all the tickets were on his phone and all the money and documents were on his wallet. So when he went to the police asked him if he was able to describe these people. The police sometimes is not able to speak English, always remind this. And my student was not able to describe these people. And this student was the most resistant to learn description. So describing a person can be useful also in your everyday life, also when you travel in Italy. And if something bad happens, like in this case, you are able to identify someone. Or maybe you can be able to identify someone also if something beautiful happened to you. If you meet a person that you want to meet, that you want to know better, I mean. So again, descriptions can be useful in many different ways, especially with people. So after this small lesson about description of people, I encourage you to don't stop learning description, don't stop practicing descriptions, and also to make activities and exercises that can make your learning journey more stimulated and engaging. Again, you don't have to find a way that can make your learning journey faster. You have to find a way that can make your learning journey smarter and simple. There is no way to learn a language faster. You need to put efforts, you need to take time, to save time to do it, and you will see the results of these hard works. Hard work always pays off. Today I made a lesson with one of my students. She started with me in September, and we are almost finishing this phase of descriptions to start building sentences in Italian. And today, during the lesson, she was speaking a lot in Italian with me. She was able to build sentences, also to speak, to talk about other things, not to describe people or to describe objects. She was talking about her everyday life. So as you can see, description is just a phase. It's just a way to make you to let you go to another phase, that is speaking Italian. As you will see if you are consistent, if you are patient, you will see the results of this hard work. So I really encourage you to continue to practice, to use these two lives, the lessons of yesterday and of today, in order uh, to improve your skills through descriptions, because description will take you to another level. And talking about learning smarter, I invite you also to ask yourself these questions, because also learning a language, we need to put ourselves into discussion. Let's say we need to understand how long we want to how much time we want to save to learn a language, how much effort we want to put in our learning process. So I invite you to ask yourself these questions. How long will you continue to study Italian and not feel confident speaking it? So studying Italian, just the theory, the theoretical part is just a phase. Then the you need to acquire also the confidence to speak. And if you continue to learn alone, most of the time you are not able to acquire this confidence. How long you will continue studying Italian and not see significant progress? So you need to see the results, the fruits, as we say in Italian. You need to see the results of your efforts. You need to see that you are improving, because when you see even the smallest improvement, it will encourage you to go forward. I always tell to my students, see the small improvements, take them as a fire to let them push you to another level. So even the smallest improvement can really make the difference. And you see to observe the even a small progress in your learning journey. So how long you will continue to study Italian and not be able to understand native speakers? Because at the beginning it's normal to not understand a native speaker. Of course, you need develop your listening skills also. But you need to arrive to a you need to reach a level where you are able also to understand native speakers, and this can be done through effective exercises and through practice. How long you will continue to study Italian and not be able to make most of your trips to Italy? I must say this. Many people give up or give up about traveling to Italy because they are not able to speak the language. They always postpone the time when they will finally visit Italy because they are not able to speak. They want to be autonomous. They want to show that they can speak Italian. But if you don't learn in an effective way, in a useful way, you always postpone your travel to Italy. And if you don't speak the language, you notice that you are not fully enjoying the experience. When you are able to speak the language of a country, you will see that the experience is it's deeper. You can enjoy much more from it. And the last question, how long you will continue learning Italian and not be able to communicate effectively? So effective communication means to use the language also um, for things that are useful for you. So sometimes you need to let people understand you if you have a problem, or you need to explain to express yourself if you have an emergency. To communicate effectively means this: to go straight to the point, to avoid to use words that are not useful at that moment in that specific speech, in that specific moment of interaction. So learn smarter, not faster. And about it, I want to leave again the words to my I want to leave again my students to speak for me. they started learning Italian with me like 2 or 3 years ago. So they know very well my method. They improved their Italian with my method, and they can talk about it. The first student is Carlos. Carlos is Brazilian. He started to learn Italian because he made a request to obtain the Italian citizenship, and he started from zero with me. Now Carlos is able to write Italian very well. I can say that he writes Italian even better of some Italians, and he can talk about any topic, even the most difficult. So I will let Carlos to speak.
Ciao, mi chiamo Carlos, vengo dal Brasile, imparo l'italiano con Simona da 2 anni. Le lezioni di Simona non sono solo di grammatica italiana, ma anche di cultura e storia italiana. Per questo le lezioni sono molto piacevoli e lo studio della lingua diventa più facile. Sono molto felice che Simona sia la mia insegnante di italiano. Grazie Simona, grazie mille.
Hmm. The second student is Nancy. Nancy comes from Greece, but she lives in Poland. She is a translator, and she already started to study Italian by herself. She also attended a course, but she had lots of confusion in her mind about grammar knowledge, vocabulary, and also some sentences that you can use in our everyday language. So about conversation. When Nancy started with me, she needed to put everything in order. So we started to take lesson of grammar, and also she needed to practice conversation through not only practice of conversation with me, but I also use reading to improve conversation. So now Nancy is able to speak Italian at a B2 level, and she is making a very good job with translation. We are working with translations together, and she's able now to translate from English to Italian in a very good way. So now I let Nancy to speak.
Well, I've been studying with Simona for 2.5 years, and honestly, I can say that she's super patient. She always corrects in a way that doesn't make you feel bad about it. She also goes with your flow and never pushes you to do stuff that you're not ready for, which for me it was the most important part. And after all this time, I have noticed a huge difference on the way I speak and on my actual knowledge. So I totally recommend her.
The third student is Peyman. Peyman comes from Iran, but he lives in Canada since 20 years. He wanted to start learning Italian because he was born in Italy. So he felt like this bound with Italy. And Peyman had many difficulties at the beginning because he was shy to speak Italian. He felt so nervous. He had always these fears of making mistakes. And anytime he tried to speak Italian, his face started to be red, and he started to get very nervous. But now, when he speaks Italian, he's just go. He acquired lots of confidence. He recently made a travel to Italy, and he was able to speak also with locals without feeling the fear he was blocking him at the beginning. So he put lots of efforts in it. We worked hard, and he had also lots of patience. He trusted the process, and he is still going on with his learning journey. So now I let Peyman to speak.
Buongiorno a tutti, mi chiamo Peyman, vengo dall'Iran, ma vivo in Canada. I would like to thank Simona for tolerating me for 3 years that I'm taking classes with her. She's really good. She's patient with me, and I think she's patient with all the students she has. and she teaches really good. She's very kind, really knowledgeable. First of all, she's really knowledgeable. It's easy to work with. So that's why I'm with her for 3 years, and hopefully I learn faster as I was doing till now. And thanks to her, I'm in Italy, and I could handle some more than basic conversation actually. And I had a good time, and I'm having cappuccino.
So the experience of these students are awesome, and I'm very helpful to help them to reach their goals and also their dreams.
Ciao, mi
Good.
chiamo Carlos.
So, okay.
Well, I've been studying with Simona for 2
So, about learning effectively, I must say this. Speak Italian with Simona is not only an Instagram page, not only a YouTube channel, but it is also now a training course. Speak Italian with Simona is a course that starts from zero with grammar, with reading, with learning vocabulary, with practicing the language. Start from zero and will help you to overcome all the obstacles that most of times block us from learning a language since the beginning. So you will get over the first hurdles of language learning easily. Speak Italian with Simona will help you since the beginning with grammar, listening, reading, and speaking. It is a course that will accompany you since the beginning, whether you're starting from zero or whether you have already learned some topics of grammar and you need to put order in your mind. So, Speak Italian with Simona will help you to improve all the aspects of a language. As I said yesterday, my experiences with learning languages, with courses, and especially at school, at university, was not so good. I needed to work a lot by myself. I needed to move to another country in order to improve my German, for example, and there I understood how practicing, also reading, speaking, and listening can make the difference. So Speak Italian with Simona will focus especially on these parts of the language. It will accompany you with grammar, like 3, 4 lessons of grammar, but it will be also an interactive course, interactive because you will participate with me during the lessons. During the lesson of grammar during the lessons of grammar, for example, I will ask you to read the sentences, the examples, and I will guide you with the pronunciation, with the accent, so it will make improve your Italian since the beginning, and you will have also the opportunity to practice conversation with me. Even if the lessons are recorded, you can practice conversation with me. You will have all the materials you need to improve also since the basic conversation. So who is Speak Italian with Simona for? Speak Italian with Simona is for travelers who want to impress and also to connect with locals during their Italian adventures. So if you want to travel to Italy and if you speak even a bit Italian, you will see how more joyful this experience can be. Because when you are able to connect with locals, you will see that the experience is much, much better. You will see how different it is. And my student, Payman, he's an example of it. He would have never been able to fully enjoy his travel to Italy without speaking Italian. It's for you if you want to expand your career opportunities. Maybe you are working for a company that has some connections to other companies here in Italy, and you need to understand to speak Italian. So it is for you also if you are looking for jobs here in Italy. if you're looking for job opportunities here in Italy. You can learn Italian since the beginning, since the basic rules, and you can improve step by step with me. Or maybe you're looking for new business opportunities because then the knowledge of Italian can be useful also for job opportunities in your country. Remember that the more language you know, the more opportunities you can have. It is for you if you have the desire to overcome the language barrier in personal and professional relationships with native Italian speakers. I have some students that have Italian colleagues. They want to interact with them, and they are able now to do it because they are speaking Italian, and it is more beautiful also the experiences with your co-workers. It is also for you that you just want to learn the language because you love to learn new languages, and you want to challenge yourself. You want also to do it for personal satisfaction, like we say in Italy. It's personal satisfaction. You just want to challenge yourself to develop a new skill, and a language can be what you're looking for, the challenge you're looking for. What makes this course different from other methods? First of all, I teach Italian in English, like I did in these two lessons. I teach all the lessons in English, grammar, reading, the conversation. It is accompanied also by English explanations. So this is what makes us different. And also, during my life, I've learned different languages. I have learned English, French, German, and I'm currently learning Portuguese. So I know how it feels to learn a new language, the challenges, the difficulties, the fears. Also now I am facing my fears with Portuguese because I have these. I feel nervous when I try to speak Portuguese with a native, with the family of my husband. I feel nervous, and I try also to push myself to overcome this fear and just speak. So I know how it feels. We use a functional approach to grammar. Functional because you don't learn only grammar rules. It is not just theory, but you will learn also to read with me during learning grammar, while learning grammar. We teach you the right topic at the right time. So this course will respect your time. You will never feel in a rush to learn. You will never feel bored with it. It respects the time of your learning. And especially, you are never alone because, of course, you will have my support, and you will have also the access to an exclusive community. The community Italianità. In this community, you will find involving conversations. You can organize local meetups and travels with the other members of the community. So you can learn Italian and also practice Italians with the other members of the community. You will have the opportunity to share knowledge. So if you have some doubts about grammar, if you have some doubts about a saying in Italian, you can talk with the other members of the community. You can build this way long-lasting friendships, and you will see how it can make a difference on your personal development. The last one but not the less important, you can make free video calls with no time limits. You can organize video calls with the other members of the community to interact, to build friendships, to organize travels, to organize meetups. I will make live there in the community so we can share the knowledge, we can interact. We can talk about the lessons, the exercises, your everyday lives. You can practice conversations with me. So it will this space, this community can be like being in Italy. For about this course, how much would you pay? So you will have access to more than 40 lessons, 40 video lessons at a price of $197. So if you pay in euro, it will be a bit less. You will have tutor support. So I will be there for you when you need through the community. You will have my support with the exercises if you don't understand a topic of grammar, if you have a doubt. So you will have a constant support, the constant support from me. And you will have the access to a super exclusive community with a value of $500. So how much it costs all of this? $997. So again, in euros, it will be a bit less. But there is a big but. Today, you will pay 197. So the value of this course is $997. And today, you can pay only $197. So the value of this course is very high, but today you can have access to it at a lower price. So you can find how it works, how you can start with this course. You can find the website link in the video description of this live. You will find the link to get access to the course, to buy it, and you can simply log in and start to learn Italian. So you will have everything, you will receive everything after the payment in your registration email. You will receive all the email you need to have access to your course. And then you just need to log in to get access to everything and to start studying Italian. So you have also a guarantee because you are protected by my 30 days guarantee. So if you feel that this course is not the right one for you, within 30 days you can receive your money back. So you are protected by these 30 days of guarantee. So I have presented my course, the Speaking Italian with Simona course. It is studied for you you are looking for a smarter way to learn Italian. You are looking for a simple way to learn Italian and also a time-saving way because lack of time is something we struggle with every single day. So. Have a look on the link on the description of this live. Profit today to buy this course at this lower price and you can start to learn Italian effectively in a smart way and in a simple way. And you will see the results of it. I'm very sure that you will see the results very soon. So thank you for watching also the second live. I am glad to have had all of you here with me. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and see you very soon. Don't stop to follow my page on Instagram and don't stop to follow also these YouTube channels. Ciao ciao.